In this video we will understand what is generator, and before that we will discuss like what is the actual problem that these generators are going to solve, and we will see its use case. So in this video we'll mainly focus on the problem statement, and from that problem statement we will try to understand the use case of generators and the type of generators we have. We'll also discuss that. So I'll go to the solution, and here I have a simple Nginx app which we are using from in this complete tutorial. So here in this deployment we have simple Nginx container. Please ignore this warning because it is asking me to set the resource limit. Okay, so here we are setting up, we are running Nginx container, and we have this config map, which is like having simple HTML in this, and this config map is mapped to this container. Here we have defined volume, and we are mapping it to this user directory, and we are placing that, we are changing this index.html which is like there over here. Okay, so that is how it looks. Now I have referenced these two YAML files in this resources section. So simple, we have deployment object and we have config map, and this config map is referred in this pod. Now what we'll do is we'll just simply go ahead and deploy this to our. So first of all I'll show you, like I'm on Kustomize tutorial namespace, and in this namespace I don't have anything as of now. Okay, now what we'll do is we will deploy it. I was having a command, so kubectl apply -k customize, then we are in Nginx app directory, right? So we are in deploy, so these files are in there Nginx. So let us hit. So it says config map created and deployment created. Now let us go ahead and see. Alright, so we have deployment, and why don't I see the config map? kubectl get config map. Okay, so here we have Nginx config map. Okay, now what we'll do is we will do the port forwarding of our deployment object. So here I have this port forwarding command, I have copied it. So what I'll do is I'll just do localhost 8080. So this is loaded from config map. This is what we have written in the HTML of our config map, and as it is referenced here, which we are updating this index.html, that's how this page is loading. Now what we'll do is we will update the config map. Now I'll say updated config map. Okay, we'll do I have stopped port forwarding. Now what I'll do is I'll just once again apply the changes. Here if we see, it says config map is configured, but deployment object is unchanged, right? So we have just changed the config map, but we have not changed anything in this deployment manifest file, right? So but since we have mounted our config map to this deployment object, our expectation is that this change should get reflected in the uh, deployment object or the container which is running, right? So but let's see how it works. So I'm again doing the port forwarding running. You see, I have, like, it's not uh, considering uh, the latest changes which we did in our config map. So the problem statement over here is the config maps are the secrets which we deploy to our environment. Even though they are associated to our deployment objects, these objects are not getting refreshed or redeployed even though we changed our config map, right? So that is where the issue is. Now to reflect it, what we have to do is we have to like manually restart our deployment object. Now it is restarted. Let me do port forwarding again. Here is the issue. Here is like how it is working. But now, like, this is the problem, right? So whenever we are changing config maps or secrets, wherever we are like adding them or mounting them in particular deployment objects or wherever stateful sets, these should get automatically rolled out, right? But that is not happening. So that is what the basic problem statement is. So whenever config map secrets are getting changed, these deployment and following objects are not getting updated automatically. So that is where these generators comes into the picture. So in customize generators, we can create config map generators and secret generators. Okay, so we can create these two type of generators in customize. Okay, so these customized generators will help us in solving the problem which we discussed here. So once we create config map and secrets using the customized generators, then these config maps and secrets will get automatically updated, rolled out whenever we change them. So I think that's it for this video. In next video we will see how it really works under the hood. We will like see the use case of like updating, and we'll see how this gets changed. Okay, so thank you for your time. See you in next video.